Everyone, this is Sneashish and welcome to another video. In this video, I will show you how you can build an Amazon-like dynamic pricing model using Nected. So before starting the video, let's first understand what is dynamic pricing. So dynamic pricing is a strategy-based pricing model that can adjust the pricing real time based on different factors like demand, customer behavior, or competitor pricing, location, any kind of event, if anything is happening in that particular place, or something like that. It is different than a normal pricing where the pricing is fixed and you have to change it manually. But dynamic pricing, on the other hand, you can set some sort of rules that will control the pricing based on different environment. So today we are going to build a type of rule where we will control the pricing and we'll try to make it like Amazon does. So we have taken the example of Amazon because it has most complex and widely acceptable dynamic pricing model in it. So for that, we have created a small UI for you to understand it more simply. So here we have a page of product and we have a sort of pricing. And now I want to change the pricing based on different factors that I told you. For that, I have created a sample database, which is none other than in G Sheet. You can build in any type of database. You can use any type of database like Superbase or like any kind of SQL based database or any kind of Postgres based database or anything else. I have used G Sheet because it is easy to maintain for me, and yeah, you can integrate it within Nected too. So in this database, as it is a sample database, I have a few columns. One is the country code, one is the country name, one is the symbol of the currency in that country, and base price and so on. In which I can use multiple column, but I will use only three columns from here. One is the country code, one is the country symbol, and one is the base price, because I need to adjust the base price based on the currency, let's say. And on top of that, I will add multiple conditions on that. So now let's go to Nected. To integrate this G Sheet, what I need to do first, I will go to integration, and then I will create a new G Sheet connector, and then I will add that. But first, let's start with the rule, because I can also use some custom inputs, which is not directly connected with the database. So I will create the rule first. So to create the rule first, you need to give it a name. So I will just give Amazon dynamic pricing, let's say, and I have to give, it is purely optional. I'm giving it as a sample dynamic pricing model. Okay. So now there are three options. One is decision table, one is simple rule, and one is rule set. Now here we are going to use decision table. I have already created the rule, by the way, so I'll not create another one. So after you create the rule, it will be a blank canvas, as you will always see. Okay, so then we have to go to edit input attributes, or for the first time it will be add input attributes, and there I have added sort of a few attributes. Two are coming from the G Sheet that I was talking about. First one is the base price, and second was the country code. This one was the base price, and this one was the country code. So to do that, I have created these field here by just clicking this field and adding the name. After doing that, I have to go to this second tab, which is map with the data source. And for the first time, you won't have any data source added here. So now I will do that for you once again. So let's say first you have nothing on it, and you want to create the data source. So what you need to do is you have to create the data source for here, and you have to select what type of data source you want to map with this rule. Now I have selected the G sheet. Once I have selected the G sheet, you can see the connectors that I have already built in the integration page. Now, if I don't have this, I can create another G sheet. I can just simply give a connector name and I can connect that app. And I will allow this. Okay. So it will connect automatically. After doing that, what I need to do is I have to create. Now, if I reload this, if I go back to the same page, I can see the connector that I have just built. Now, if I'm selecting this Kindle price, I will be redirected to this page where I have to add a new data source on it. Now, if I'm click on the add sheet, it will open the Google Drive, and from here I can add any kind of sheet that I want to attach with this rule. After doing that, I can just test it and everything will go as planned. Now, as I have not done that, I have already created my data source. I will select that from here, which is Amazon pricing. And now from here, I will select the latest live version. So there are three type of versioning. One is draft, one is production, and then one is production plus latest live. Latest live version is works pretty much great. Like whenever you will update the dataset, if anything is needed in the dataset, you have updated the dataset. You don't have to change anything in the rule. It will always fetch the latest live version of the dataset. So you have to do nothing on it. So I will select this one. Okay. And now I have already created those two input attributes. So one is the base Kindle price. I will map this with base price because that is only one with numeric, and the country code with the country code. After doing this, I will click on save and close. Now the input params and everything is sorted. Now we'll go to the condition one. So first there are rule policy. I have to select the rule policy. You can select any kind of rule policy. These are pretty much self-explanatory and you can check that from here. I'm selecting the first one because I want only one rule to be satisfied and one rule to be in the output. So I'm selecting the first one, and then I've created these conditions. So there are actually 8 scenarios which I can imagine, and you can create as many conditions as you want, as many rows as you can want. So I have created these 8 rows which shows the base 8 conditions for dynamic pricing model, for my model. So the first one is basically configuring the country code, like it is in India or US or whatever it is. Second one is figuring out that if the user is a prime user or a non-prime user. Third one similarly is checking if the inventory level is low or high, or if anything else, right? Third one, on the other hand, is checking if the Black Friday sale is on or not. Like if it is true, it will add some sort of discount. If it is false, it will maybe not add some sort of discounts. So the third and the last one is an Excel formula. The Excel formula is basically checking the current time when I am running the rule. Like I'm running the rule at 4:34 p.m. So it will check if the current hour or the current time is within this formula. Like if it is from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., then it will give true. Like if I'm testing it, if I test it, it is giving me true. So if it is true, then it will go to the result part and it will show me the result. Okay. So why I'm doing this? Because in Amazon and in different e-commerce website as well, there are a peak time when the pricing goes up or down, or there is a time when the price goes down very much, and there are times when the price goes up. Okay, so I can figure it out from here as well. So I'm saving it, and in the result part, I have created 4 results. The first one is figuring out the discount type. That means what discount I should get. after satisfying all these conditions. So the first one, there are two types of basically discount type. One is multiply, one is fixed. Discount amount, you can give any discount amount you want, and the Kindle price, that final Kindle price, which I want in my front end. So I have created the formula here. You can create your own. And the last one is settling out the currency code or the currency symbol, right, in the front end page. After doing this, if I test it, I can see I have figured it out everything. So if I test it now, it will give me okay. So let's give the base values, right? So here is the output, as you can see. So it is working perfectly. The Kindle prices has reduced from the original base price. Uh, Everything going right. So next, what I will do, I will just copy this API key and this body param, and I will go to the code I have written, right? So here is the code, and here is the HTML code. I have created a JavaScript code for it, and here I'm managing or I'm updating the values, the body parameters manually. So let's say I have created this, right? So here it was showing, I'm just creating the same test value here also, right? Here it was, just a second, 248 and India, right? So everything was right. So it was working perfectly. So it should also work perfectly. So I have added the API, I have added the body params and everything else, and I have now running the front page in my browser. So I will reload this and let's see if everything is going right or not. So yeah, just a second. Okay, so I'll save this one and then I'll reload this one. Yeah, it is working perfectly. So here also I'm getting the same price that I was getting in the terminal, in the test window. So this is how you can create a dynamic pricing model in Nected without any coding. Fine. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.